In 2010, media scholar Dana Boyd, all lowercase letters by the way, made a blog post on her personal website talking about the now defunct Forum Spring website. It was this really anonymous niche website where people could have a profile and you could answer anonymous questions about yourself. So what she's observed with a colleague of hers is that teenagers were basically setting up accounts anonymously, sending themselves incredibly nasty questions and quips, and with it she was incredibly confused because why would these teenagers be doing this to themselves? So this blog post was her talking about this sort of digital self-harm. This term, digital self-harm, has been used for academia to refer to mainly the practice that Boyd pointed out, which is people, usually teenagers, using sock puppet accounts to talk trash about themselves, which admittedly it's part of the parcel, I guess, because they're actively engaging in self-harm by talking trash about themselves. But I found this to be a very limited use of the term, because when I was first introduced to this term, it was through a content creator called ContraPoints in a video about incels, and she applied that concept to them due to them being part of a community that was very active in pulling themselves apart and talking trash about each other's looks. They had effectively cut out a middleman where they had just, instead of using themselves to talk trash about themselves, they threw themselves at other people who talk trash about them. So I can't really take credit for that use of the term, that's just what interested me. When it comes to media wellness, I think what's important to understand is that we can't continuously stay public forever. We can't continuously stay part of the huge public panopticon, especially when we are in a state of mind that doesn't make us successful in that panopticon, if that makes any sense. When we find that we're not successful in the huge panopticon of hearts and reboggling and regoogling, it's we feel that we're just not successful, period. And I think that robs us of a lot of our control, and I think a big part of having that healthy life balance is to find ways to escape it. So even if you're not someone who likes staying away from the computer, you can still find ways to stay away from the public sphere. Play a solo game. Things that don't require other people to be watching you is, I think, very invaluable. I don't have anything else.